You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. And now for a look at news-making international headlines this Friday, 28th January.
A new oil leak has occurred at a refinery near Peru's capital Lima on Tuesday during cleanup of the January 15 major spill, according to the Environmental Assessment and Control Agency under the Environment Ministry. There's been a fresh oil leak at a refinery off the coast of Peru. Authorities say it happened during the work on an underwater pipeline at the Pampilla Refinery, owned by Spanish energy giant Repsol. It comes as the country grapples with a massive oil spill earlier this month, triggered by the volcanic eruption in the South Pacific Ocean. Residents in the capital Lima are now taking part in a unique campaign to tackle the mess. The operation was a necessary part of the investigation into the cause of the first spill. About 8 barrels of remaining crude oil in the pipeline spilled out, which has already been cleaned up. Repsol has denied there had been a second leak. Oil collection along the coastline is still underway. Local authorities have asked Repsol to complete the work within 7 days. The first oil spill occurred on January 15 when an oil tanker was unloading at one of the terminals of the refinery. The crude oil spill was estimated to be at about 6,000 barrels, affecting about 1.8 square kilometers of coastline and 7.1 square kilometers of sea, according to the Environmental Assessment and Control Agency. Calling it one of the most important ecological disasters on the coast in recent years, the Peruvian government has declared a 90-day environmental emergency in the coastal area of Lima last Saturday. In response to Peru's request for international aid, a team of UN experts on environmental disasters arrived in Peru on Monday to assist the cleanup of the oil spill.
2 gunmen killed an Argentine man who managed a popular club in Playa del Carmen at Mexico Riviera Maya tourist resort, local authorities reported on Wednesday. Federico Mazzoni, the manager of Mamitas Beach Club, popular with foreign tourists, was shot twice in the head on Tuesday afternoon, confirmed Oscar Montes de Oca, state prosecutor in Quintana Roo, where the resort is located. The prosecutor's office of Quintana Roo state began the inquiry into the matter and security forces were dispatched to the area. Montes de Oca had indicated that the most solid line of investigation is that the crime had to do with the sale of drugs. The attackers fled on a jet ski, according to images captured by security cameras. The crime occurred when the club had a few customers and was about to close, according to the prosecutor. This Mexican beach designation has been recently marred by violent crimes targeting foreign citizens. Just last week at a hotel near Cancun, Mexican state prosecutors that 2 Canadians with criminal records have been killed in what authorities consider a debt dispute linked to the international crime activities on Tuesday, 25th of January.
Thousands of farm fish have died from cold in a lagoon in northwestern Greece after a heavy snowstorm has crippled the country this week. The dead fish, all sea bream and white sea bream in the Repsol lagoon of the Diprano Lake in Igoumenitsa, have appeared early on Tuesday, after temperature in the lagoon has dropped as low as 0 degrees Celsius. They died from thermal shock, said a local geologist Konstantinos Padikaris from the Department of Fishery who visited the lagoon on Tuesday. The sea bream species are sensitive to low temperature and cannot survive below 4 degrees Celsius, said Padikaris. Usual temperature in the lagoon at this time of year are about 7 to 8 degrees Celsius, he said. The fish were at a shallow depth, where the cold was quicker to penetrate the water. At shallow depth, the reaction of the air is more intense, Padikaris has added. A footage showed thousands of dead fish floating on the surface in the water and on the shore of the lagoon. The fish belong to a local state-owned fish farm, and due to their containment in enclosure in the lagoon, they could not swim out to the deeper depth of the lake or sea to survive. Every year, we free them into the lake, but this year, unfortunately, we did not have the chance to free them in time because the frost came quickly, said fish farm cultivator Ioannis Uzunoglu, who worked at the farm as he gathered the pile of dead fish from the lagoon onto a rowboat. The fish farm contained more than 600,000 fish of various species. Some 50 tons of fish were destroyed. Other species were not harmed.